Okay, it's a form, my son, so I'm a pew, my ba. You're welcome, high all sports, GHL, YouTube, Yamiatum, you won't come. And somebody be pray na ACC and CBS story. So we are trying first games and Uncle so Chelsea. Charlie, after Paris Saint-Germain 3-0, no Chelsea. Enough rest at the ball preseason game against Liverpool and Washano. And was Milan. We're going to talk about that one. And in your see Wembley, Crystal Palace. Hey, Charlie, Crystal Palace for ya, dear papa. Beating Manchester City in the FA Cup final. No, I was Liverpool, the community shit. Now, Liverpool, for what is happening on the slot. The last two visits to Wembley, it has not been good at all because an only cast for Lake Cappuccino and I was also lose to Crystal Palace. And there was some break kind of stories around. A lot of things to discuss, isn't it? And you want to baby chow, any other stories, but then you know, there was some bro because and there Camavinga, Real Madrid for release a statement, said the about things there. We're na me am shame na say akwa yi otepe prawo e prani is serious ana Madrid for say a small injury. According to them, let me even say this before I move on to my main story. So after test carried out today on our player Eduardo Camavinga by Real Madrid Medical Services, he has been diagnosed with sprain in his right ankle, pending evolution. You know, Madrid statement we are say I know me didn't the issue nobody for but I'm hearing stories around they say Pia possibly by 10 days be na Pia with me Eddie. Well maybe you say Bibia be fine because Madrid dey and then we are training kama coach them on ball rondos kakra we Mrikatu Nyasam Ketwa. It's a person idea very important to this Madrid team. Jabi Alonso want to press very well. In the Vinicius Junior and Kylian Mbappe coach them on we papa we ball and we tata and yonko we should ball and we tata and yonko and Nyasam Ketwa. Ain't he another Madrid we be okay with regard to their training sections and their coach Eman kwadani bi kakra ebe training here, but just unfortunate. The only thing na a negative kakra any the ebe wan some media bro. Apart from that, omo ko gym. Na omo ko gym sessions kakra and na omo san so eba park no so edwumaden na metal so na upuli metal so no. Enya some kids one thing Canada Madrid the nka asumdwe wo mu a na osa, but just unfortunate say kakra we ya betwe mu. And then Copa Enya kwai finally otimi Asia look Madrid ema umienu extended jerseys exchange jerseys na me na look Madrid fantastic Kopama adiwe wa prayer sanka one day then sabe ka look Madrid jersey then saka then sadie enya ka and one of those things I know me hwe game na say Mr. Rene say me hu say Chelsea fans Mike Mignon ananka Chelsea for air pen and review we are seeing you Mike Mignon not Chelsea for air pen and gidi supporters no crowd and age them say I on pe Mike Mignon and they no so mo tonyom the fire no mo did not tell you know obviously you are S Robert right yes Chelsea supporters ni be there no win na there but so many day and then Chelsea game on boy turn on him na omo actually world champions and as champions of the world. Hey, they say you champions of the world. Chelsea Tendel no what bad who say enya good what I say Chelsea for media grow some we champions of the world. It's who Stamford Bridge. Now who pio so we dey you what will meet you? Champions of the world. It's what we warm up. Oba as special dressing room no who say champions of the world ne ball no. What I say Chelsea for no. Okay. Anyway, but Charlie, and then you see, AC Milan the pre-season ni Max Allegri or Jumayo, and now start see pre-season beating Liverpool by 4-2. I was like, okay, then Liverpool AC Milan performance na ebe pick only for us to see that on ball. Against game on 9-0. Pet Glory, Pet Glory 9-0. Hey, But AC Milan are by England now. Ball against Leeds United, and Omasan Sabe ball against Chelsea. I think say and red card no. SA game no kakra. You cannot say 100% because even the red card no. Answer never, but not Chelsea. A warm 2-0. And then if you look at the Chelsea team, a boy, yeah. Now the compared team a boy against by Leverkusen. And then Robert Sanchez and a dog goal. Ray James right back, left back Marco Kurela, Tosin Adarabiayo, and Trevor Chalobah 4 and 5. Moise Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez double pivot. Jimmy Giddens, Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, Joao Pedro. Where a squad at Chelsea, boy. I am beginning to feel that maybe this is going to be Chelsea's first game on my lineup because we did. I say yeah, because ideally no one said teams are prepare. I am normal last game today. On person maintaining squad that mususu some the best first game. I'm just assuming, it's just assumption, and I make us say a possible say. Chelsea would want to keep the same lineup in their first game against Crystal Palace. Again, this Palace team, actually Liverpool, a very stubborn side. But and the lineup at Chelsea for the boy, yeah. And I know against Leverkusen, and young Robert Sanchez ne die. What I say? Omar Jorgensen and the die. Right back, I Malo goes to and nano a boy and a James and a boy. Left back starting lineup or maintaining Makuku, Kukurela no ane or maintaining 4 and 5 against Leverkusen. Na Tosin Adarabiayo and na Trevor Chalobah and Josh Champon. Chalobah, Josh Champon and then Tosin and Chalobah. Into Chalobah and maintaining Chalobah. He's gaining the confidence of the coach and that is fine. Medford Wano against Bayer Leverkusen. About Moises Caicedo and Andre Santos, and then it was Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. 3 players behind the attackers, against Leverkusen, Estevao, Palma, Tarek George. This time around, Neto, Palma, Jimmy Giddens, and then last game against Leverkusen was Dilap, and then about Joao Pedro. If you look at the squad that played against Leverkusen, and that's of the squad that played against AC Milan today, nature say Trevor Chalobah, Moise Caicedo, Cole Palmer, and a Wayne Crabio, Cucurella, 4, and a maintaining own position. Nature say these are crucial guys for the Chelsea team, and it makes a lot of sense. Well, one player there, Obenu Nuhompa, in the game was AC Milan for young guy. I mean, Andrei Kubis. I am fan channel because on AC Milan akwada or coach in Alban who are introduced. And I normally listen no matter ball 45 minutes. And then Oba ebe starting game no alongside Tomorimo and Terrasciano, only for him to score an own goal in the early stages of the game after Ray James free kick now boy, And a Joao Pedro, senior man, Aqua Shagus. She said, Joao Pedro, the master, a Dananano brutal. I don't know, Beshay, and a 2-0. So even bare 8 minutes inside the game, Chelsea were leading by 2-0. And I just say, no context at all. No, and I would have for Sarko red card. Kubis, or be a washer on go as answer red card. Instead, I say, I style be honest. What as let's say automatically tempo of the game, never from Kakra, and that's understandable. Second half, Chelsea made a lot of changes. Josh Champon coming in from Trevor Chalobah. Chalobah, me will say a point and not on normal. So I am just assuming say a prano said I need practice here because the way he was walking in there. Maybe ever trying my medical staff, actually the extent of the injury, but send a maybe see who so all dancing in there. Me say ebe had the case biasa. Well anyway, he had to come on the 60th minute. Andre Santos, Liam Delap. Delap Beyi, Joao Pedro. Andre Santos, Ebeyi, Enzo Fernandez. In fact, Chelsea, boys in the buy. Now I will not have time to mention all of them. Tariq George, Reggie Welsh, Akureo Shaho, Dario Isugo, Jaro Hato, Extevao, Malo Gusto, Liam Dil, Omuninabe Bobo Nibi. What's so more? Coach Nenya Kwayama Mambo be Genesis entry Sam Raksichi, Aaron Saminho, Gabriel anyway. But basically, Chelsea, Liam Dilap, if we bench a ball 2 goals, penalty bako, and now Boshe Yayebe Pono or Sadi Bako count. So Chelsea actually 4 goals to 1. Most interviews not there goes so because of time I don't want to be dwelling so much. Yes, you be frasa and so on your next video. Your banner did the course so behind the scenes near the United so Eddie Amo Pep Guardiola fan because me the frafra. Now Omuko Bisan say John Stones back. How important and John Stones coming back no for Manchester City and also massive. Now okay say Emrebia Manchester City for AJ treble. Emrebia Manchester City for J 4 league trophies on the trot. Now John Stones actively na obo no pradia but na obo majority of the games but I say last year dear omo calculate ye be 30% of the game na ujafo ebo nti eprano ha dwie pa o se John Stones e wo team ni mu a ebe boa ne ye pa nti no o hwe say season wey die ni pa ni say John Stones and stay fully fit and I say ombo majority of the game for Manchester City so Gina Park na so a or the name bebree and a Manchester City and on be some Yanni Hernandez and one for Bonabaso say hey Manchester City more top player akurali ni body bob brutal and also Tiani Hernandez and some day young boy Chigi Begistan and who go Vienna Baso sounds a yomu ejuma or so among the top players but do omu din come or sister season because on your time and shall play a BI into details. It's because the concentration our team the minimum I am conform more behind the scenes than anything come on to say Chigi stand more and a catcher non also so or have your opinion about it but because I play away a player me pa or say that's not end there at all because I say play away na ope what can we nemum I was say Chigi stand who go Vienna mo na ekwa play but see you so bomb abaso so makwa akọfa ball na bana Chigi stand they say oja club ni wako but adwuma wa be ye no odana se ye person say why adwuma ye pa and na say oni who go Vienna and e ba be ye adwuma and on be san and auto so aka say 3 players of Manchester City signed here before the Club World Cup 8 no Ryan Cherky and Tijan Rennes no say boys no quality se pa and na the referee January signings ni bi e bi to say Kuzanov or say o matchre o mo bobo pa o the qualities any niam bibire abeka Manchester City team ni ho a e be boa Manchester City ye pa and no sama Pep Guardiola and so I can with regard to new signings in Manchester City developments. Well, let's move on in one komo kakra na Liverpool so some so hama again kakra oh, and yeah, start the game, mama. Who go keep the care book first go to Musenka confidence, no about flowing vita, yes, Charlie. Oh, and then Liverpool. Alisson and starting in post. Jeremy Frimpong played as the I can say as the right back, left back was Milos Kekes and Konate. And so any Vel van Dijk 4 and 5. Kenny Jones, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Boaz Dopifort, Mo Salah, Flowing Veit, Cody Gakpo, and Hugo Kitike, and complete the lineup, no, and so Edemao. I mean, it's sad. It's sad because Virgil van Dijk and there on one casano benun who brutal and the party and fakra and football fans in here. You see some of these things it is allowed, master. And they said we say do a good more Salah so no crash so nya some ketwa nedi amfa mi mo Salah otimu say game way there ai sampa ne ujafo ampa wa mo hwehwehwe ne neka ball 26 times what I say mo Salah ampa na we kogina penalty echi no abom boom na ball ni na we bitim say amfa for Virgil van Dijk woo a quality penalty no problem. Now, all goaler, Ismail Sarr, Esheya, and where he was, meaning what? I don't know. Meaning the bar Virgil van Dijk, mean and a Mrs. Meaning the no person say opposition in for dying for and also all setting him offside, and he was just completely lost. He was lost. And again, I say some of these things, our confidence, say Cody Gakpo be holding up play. What I say, we could have ball no, why did you ball no Eddie at home? So he was just moving. That is a mistake. And according gap when to me, a player so no or cut off from up a foul. And a quickly ball the baby Ismail. I mean, the position of Virgil van Dijk was absolutely wrong. Inside 2 goals, and I'm not so. And a Crystal Palace for the share. But again, ball no akasadi. Liverpool scored first, Ekitike, and Mateta penalty, no, or the best share. Then Jeremy Frimpong scored a beautiful goal. I know, say na or cross it and a Kobasa, but whether it was a cross, whether it was Master Aquan go in fair. Because I think he was or chippy born on the far and now Ubiaba be connected. But Charlie, what can he say? Is saying, born fair. The direction of ball say chia you say they you or she go man here. So after 21st minutes, Liverpool were leading by 2-1. Only for Yebepon second half, 77th minute, and make us say Virgil van Dijk kwaya sound from one ema go ne buy. So we have to proceed and play penalties. Penalties there. Na Edding brutal penalty kicks. Well, penalties no so there. Now, it was very interesting. Mohamed Salah the coach na penalty nechi first one. Masu tum na morning. And here baby. And a Felipe Mateta essay. And a McAllister be born in the essay. No, not just say Liverpool above first 2 was saying you know. And a Bereche easy ebe saying it. Na ayehu. Cody Gap will buy no share. Na Ismail sa so share. Na still no 2-1 no be about 3-3. Na a 2-1 in favor of Crystal Palace. Na Harvey Elliott abeboni die no was say no Charlie Dean Henderson akwa no onim penalty chill off. Ai. No was say ne die. Enti esasa bonus abebo no ehye. Bonus so be no was say ne die o ti say na ngofo yi adan. Penalty no was say this no. Enti Dominic Soberslide so be share ne die man here 2-2. It's like a last one. It was say Divini enso ebo. So Osha Crystal Palace when e win. Or say no so ayeka. There was a proceeding. Inti Ujafu begina penalty nechi su na ball ne esha ho. And it's Crystal Palace. Actually the community shield winning by 3-2 against Liverpool. Liverpool 5 penalties on board. No she mumienu pe. Cody Gakpo any Szoboszlai any say Mo Salah pass any day. McAllister any day. Harvey Elliott any day. You can imagine. That's I say. Amfa and the Liverpool for Amfa. They would have to go home, prepare for their next game against Bournemouth or the Premier League in the month. They say community shield not so as about Liverpool. A hard game, but yeah. Over anything, Amfa, no alcohol, no wasako prepare. But once the El Nasser for the ball El Maria, a friendly game, na me who say Inigo Martinez, Jim Giddy, say, hey, Ujafu, Uniabo Jack, Uncle Way, promo brutal. And you may so Lial Zabenya Barbe Drew, Paris Saint-Germain, Nanfay, the contract, Sel Barbe signed the contract, Ediama. PH no so assign. Remember say bomb of any PH for an agreement in Yaba into Ujafu Eba no aba signing so no eso edi amam. Quick check Barcelona for official website. Still Juan Garcia enyenya Jesse. Juan Garcia enyenya Jesse. And test again so the Jesse number no Samsung Henry Instati and I'm sure say Nyame aduma week in we yesia Barcelona will rectify all these things. Talking about jersey numbers, and I know now me catch us a Benjamin Shescu. Manchester 39 jersey number 39 is somebody man. And no answer na on where pay someone for man. It was said Diego Leon. Assistant jersey echo jersey number 35. Well, sana me to say sana baba. Sana baba. Bayern Munich for so 25 million pounds, 30 million euros. El Nasser for a bar for Cleese Coman and so much yatum na boy no. And maybe me catch us say my last video, me catch us say me to say say I didn't know bar no beba when ya jatum so be team no. Inti no story I made and say possible. Possible pa say deal no. Aka kakre bi na almost so because buy munchi in the we bia inti aka Kuma any team FN El Nasser no be complete deal no any money ya while when him say o call Emirates Sports Stadium ya na tell now no ya na yatum What I say? Inti before players never on the gate to a no. Na wo ho a won hyɛ da nti dede ni biasa. Ma se Mikel Arteta a requesting a catch mpanyimfo no se omunyi gate ni fro. Omunyi gate ni fro. Se na be ya, se team many Arsenal e be bo atana ni mo no. Arsenal supporters eye dede tientie mu a team no supporters ne beti. Na sorry, team no players ne beti. Na ehunu no mo say eh baby omo ba na de nya agudi o because o say serpono na atom a say omo feel comfortable walking in on the pitch na fe omo ni Arsenal abebo as if say omo ni Arsenal ye equal but say de no hunu na mo into our request say mpanyifo ni nya de no kren free up na omo yi free a ebetimi aboa Arsenal ye pa kickerfo omo best player Germany best player omo ato edi ama flowing votes onya 191 votes 191 votes enti adwumadi a odi ye e wo Liverpool no and nobody votes in edema Michael Lee senya 81 that's not fair Olis bobo cheno but say the chrome enti it makes a lot of sense Nick Vortamade enya 71 votes 71 votes into German's footballer of the year. And now I call so Edema. Oh Charlie. Share story ya me refi kranti na me hu ya my star be captain. Isco. Oh, me who story just say and now na ni proud minim say nshada anye gidi biasa o. Uja for kwatena 3 months. Me usa na crutches shada na nsa and nsa o de ba. Oh. 3 months o. Ena Isco ni prano obet nefi Isco pa kwa ni bobo su e prade bia preprasa Pego tell na sanchofo ko bi sansa feel folding no wa hin na no ya hwe ni sa feel folding bebo ni bi wa ma na bebo ni bi na aden coach den esie e no se feel folding no owo problem e wo ne ankle no nti no o decide say on take risk or say on pese ono obema boy na akobo ball chine bi no akwa akopra na wentimi an start league no se dabi no pese o be take risk kra nti na wo say or decide so o mani mo ball ni bi well let's move on Charlie Ramos Højlund man you for mo ye ne den boy no still on on you ela no pay Manchester United sanso catch ne agent for no free o mo catch them say master makwada no ya can't say on free club mu ko say on tias ye say abom amane say still on why insist say otna on timi convince coach ne ntimi convince coach ne chira esan say one boy ne ka say ah o bet na convince coach o be prove to the coach so ni ball o ma ka coach ne say ko Ramos Højlund say da just a week mu mpanyimfo no esa chine tena se pa convince no because AC Milan na say offer da way AC Milan de no what I say and AC Milan de no kra na loan plus option man Ukraine penisa but option bi ni say asem bi team bia nya na adwin so tu asika bum aba be fa no inti aya style bi kakra what I say well column 1 is so still on one wa can't PSG for so no Juventus no bebu inti Juventus for my slow in negotiating but bibie ni wa asasa because boy ne say or insist say we na na but deal or modin komo 10 million loan fee plus option to buy and I might say option to buy around 35 PSG for ne say sikanu so na ebom boy ne nyana adwin so be ko team bia looks like for now no Juventus no so bebo in say PSG for no so hu de omo ho hey say plus he Pleasure had been brutal. Anyway, you moving on it. Now Hurricane and Mkobi say master timer Joao Palinya Eba Tottenham Hotspur no one boy ne Kasai and also so ne Tottenham Kasai about send a boy in city and no so na send there. I don't know can catch Tottenham say boy no ni ball or tackle very well or dance subam pay the boy no already. More Tottenham for me away say premiership experience. Into of you say, my idea Tottenham for no bomb abaso say they made the right decision in getting Joao Pedro and sorry Paulinha ana oto aso aka say akra na efe Matisse Stel no okoto no Bayern Munich kakra ni mbo ne bo very good player na oyobi obetimi abo from the wing betimi abo asanama 9 no obeboa Tottenham Hotspur ye pa anti Tottenham signing so why no feel say penyufo aye the right signings and I say about Germany ni so far they live in our Germany it has been very good also onu no ho da say about Germany ni busuanfo no so enjoy time man say oti Germany ni ye pa no mo so settle well and onu emu so was settle into onu no ho say or decide this obebo ball and so e Germany well Galatasaray for still na push so benya Bayern Munich for right back Sasha Boy hey Master Saku nchibio no kobo ball ne form omwe yes boy no so say onye na adwin so be free Bayern Munich no person convince visa company ti obe convince company am na etimi abo right back of or who this right back no betimi abo pa na mpanyimfo ma ne chance say players in the to be on adwin o well matter say Thibaut Courtois and Brahim Diaz contract extension and so El Real Madrid no dia aka keke announcements ebeba yes announcement pe na aka eno na de no so delay until we have to wait for possible announcement yes Renato Viega nenko for bisa Chelsea say someone amosem mpe say mo defender Levi Colwill pra inti mama makwada any chance mama Renato Viega chance don sound sombra back to the team no on be boy so betimi abo yes Chelsea aka chance master crache kwana kope team na say ye wonje ye pe wanka ya mo abebo enti anye Renato Viega push senka Chelsea for consider ni nyina no Renato Viega deal no antimi and go through Dominic Calvert-Lewin the Martin say was the agency na say yes for the meantime ono na ono akra push some accountants push sen come you for one no na initially before aban you for befa Benjamin Sesko not push pa and afei the Martin say or say Benjamin Sesko eniwa obetimi abo as a backup ono aso osoa te say Sesko no a intima you for fa no a ebetimi abo nto ono emu push gidi say deal no ebe go through ebe hwe say the bebe bia na buy the one some so edible bro Ricky ye hwe Stuttgart for Eba London now money Arsenal about discuss Fabio Vera my country say when you break person mo fa no Porto for intinya make a deal no permanent and to Stuttgart for no episode mo fa Fabio Vera well Javi Guerra so a defensive midfielder and so Edma Valencia agree and now let's go Madrid for penal and now no cry AC Milan e dimba gidi and no ball man you dimba tano after finally why extending the contract no Edma Valencia until 2029 until 2029 and to say and one seven officially Javi Guerra and so aye Inigo Martinez just like me catch on officially omo unveiling na no manu kobobo no adaje ni wo kra waltie Hakimi say Ballon d'Or no e was such o say Ballon d'Or no onte he na nkofo keka and I play with o say bo awabo ne o kuta o so right back and so we dream so midfielder o be dream so attacker e kwan of so e bobo no o say e ye ono ne deserve say e was such Ballon d'Or no team minim say who they say I was yeah the Ballon d'Or no at the manual nah I don't know how you think about these whole things well Jimmy Bino Giddens say look na a nice pass na club World Cup no babantam na on Chelsea for so players ni bi have say again let me give you a context to this story because club World Cup no final no before semi-finals the final who say Chelsea cameras they tried as much as possible not to video Jimmy Giddens but he was around and I say na neni J pass or buy no bobo ni be there but no you around the place into sia and you may be brave or say timer I come back say realize this I obeba Chelsea on the Dortmund for the club World Cup kakra so ko Portugal na Portugal on the personal trainer and now omukoye training so training very very hard or say be 11 days no mu nyina hye Portugal cool eye and no mu training sound so say no prepare no papa no say or you fully fit when your opportunity be anwa obe prove e de akire coach ni say ampa ni abre so obebo ball ni bi well I know yen some Jamie Giddens enso eka am say yo ujafo yere hu na amanfo e hwe pa Malik Thiaw so say obe joining Newcastle Malik Thiaw also finally Newcastle for being almost center back package 40 million into say AC Milan for 40 million so Lucas Chevalier also officially Paris Saint-Germain for also announced as their player until Lucas Chevalier also officially he's been announced come and I'm okay no problem Roma 4 says omudo menesi Benfica for midfielder hey, I ran to maybe pan teams and can see a paper no. I'm from Florentino Luis Florentino. See, well, the Abba no. Alan Saint Maximan says they are joining Club Ewo Mexico, the Club Americana. Say Ujafo. I want to kwako si akan akwa we pa ni those days ewo Newcastle football or betri obi anyway, I know a story I know so few but me say Inigo Martinez so say before na omoba be no unveiling or trust statement thing at the Barcelona for nyina say but we cannot be going through that. Owen Hargreaves to say we learn extra vow no Copama plus Joao Pedro. Hey, or see Chelsea for season way or make cookie papa. Or see Chelsea a be ye Germany ye na de aka. Chelsea for me here as the same penny for no try as much as possible to do it no. Let's say omukope goalkeeper from rade goalkeeper. Obia sorry Chelsea kope goalkeeper mra na umkoba goalkeeper betimi aboa team no. Enti Owen Hargreaves say Chelsea and the side the Rebecca who the Ancanwan and Abe brutal. Well, Chris James don't come say Chelsea are back to the Champions League when you are Gianna. And I was the internet and say cancer. Debbie or say Champions League. That is where Chelsea belongs to. Then on the way to can say it is good because previous years their performance have been bad, but they are back a step forward and Chelsea take it. And yes, they should be excited because Chelsea are back in the Champions League. I said David. That is where Chelsea belongs to. Well, Ten Hag no komisan about Jorol Hatu or Sakurano or one of the best players ever the Chrome Holland or Nakurano Chelsea Nyane Wambo no be grow to become one of the best and top defenders are a warrior. So say surely or no GDA passer Jorol Hatu no or best succeeding and also ewo Chelsea Football Club. Well, Dario Isugu and Enzo Fernandez Ekasa Ediafa Kurano say Isugu only 20 years or very young energy or the bad team no nyasam keto say the Itomo decided some kofa boy no dia ba Chelsea ni say oba no aba be back up to Moise Caicedo san say there are games you are no person mo drop it Moise Caicedo no more before for ebo and they say once o wetimi ama Dario Isugu aba team no mo they are going to rest Moises Caicedo in most of the games Senebeya or metimi Abuama Daro Isugo so etimi develop well Mats Hermansen Leicester City goalkeeper no waba West Ham United no figure no 15 million pounds and Sika almost so a Leicester City 4G for the goalkeeper well Joko and waka self about Joao Pedro and I say oh here Adeba kwa when we say Chelsea supporters no still no omunye hu how huge Joao Pedro also mo born ambassador but they've not realized the kind of quality player Chelsea nya also akura no onimbo brutal hey Joko enti ngani ansama Joko so eka and again we're going to be back meche besan so abashia at the full Friday but part 2 eba sisi